I just hit 100,000 subscribers on YouTube, and yet I feel lost about where I fit on the platform. I've been working on this channel for 10 years. I always dreamed of that big number, 100,000 subscribers. You get that silver play button, which I finally have right here. And I couldn't be more proud. This has been a long-standing challenge of mine. I've always wanted to achieve this, and I have. And I want to take a minute to thank all of you who have joined and subscribed to the channel and watched my videos over the last 10 years, over 300 videos. It's really astounding to think back on. But when I think about it, I kind of thought that I'd feel something bigger when I got to this moment. Maybe have some sense of this is where we're headed with the channel at this moment. And I don't. I feel lost. I don't totally know where the channel's going now that we've hit the 100,000 mark. And I think a lot of that has to do with the state of YouTube and the way things have changed over the last 10 years. And I want to just kind of talk really honestly and rawly, is rawly a word? Really honestly about this in this video. Back in 2015, I started this channel. I was in my early 20s and I wanted to make tutorials. I wanted to help people with content creation, with editing videos, with understanding some of the things I was learning myself in film school, how cameras work, how aperture works, how ISO works. And I got a lot of joy out of teaching people all these various techniques. And so I would post videos and make them every week. And, at that point I was working my job for the Boston Red Sox. Work all day and then come home and work on YouTube videos at night. And I didn't have a ton of other responsibilities, so I could really pour a lot of time into this. And I remember when I first started, I uploaded 18 weeks in a row, a video every week for 18 weeks. And I think I picked up a couple thousand subscribers, which really I was so psyched about. I was so proud of. I mean, really, I was doing this. I was seeing success with the platform. And that fueled me. That felt good. I remember thinking, wow, this is a grind. This is no joke. And I'd look up at people like Peter McKinnon and say, this guy's doing it. Like, I want to be this. He's doing it. And you got to remember that back in 2015 to 2017, this was kind of the golden era of filmmaking YouTube. Peter McKinnon, Chris Howe, Matty Hapoya, these guys were cranking out videos and just really crushing it. I mean, this was the camera hacks era of YouTube. You'd have these quick videos with a bunch of hacks and they'd rack up millions of views and people loved it. Forgive me if the lighting's crazy. I got the sun coming in and out. And so, by 2017, I'd posted a lot of videos and felt really strong about where I was going with the tutorials and stuff. But interspersed throughout that, I was also uploading personal videos, stories that I could tell about my own life. And these are actually the videos that I look back on most fondly now. Not so much the tutorials, which I love and they have their own place, but it's these videos that tell a little bit about where I was at that time in life. Videos showcasing my friends or my family and telling a story, contributing to the community who was watching my videos. And those are the videos that got the most comments and I received the most feedback on, and they really meant a lot to me. And you got to remember again about this time on YouTube, you could kind of post whatever. Your channel was your own niche. So you may fall into a category like video production, which I did, but I could post other videos and they'd do pretty well. Fast forward into the 2020s, post-COVID era of YouTube, things have changed. And I think a lot of this is because of TikTok. TikTok mastered algorithmic viewing. You're scrolling, you're being served up exactly the content you want, and it keeps you scrolling for a long time. And this is something that all the other platforms really got behind. How can we get viewers to stay on our platform for as long as possible? And so YouTube started doing this. They would serve you up content you wanted to watch. They assumed you wanted to watch based on the algorithm on your homepage. Subscribers mattered less and less. Someone subscribing to your channel might not actually see your content. And this really changed the way that YouTube channels worked, and I think this kind of is contributing to why I feel a little lost now. In recent years, YouTube really cares a lot about sticking to a set niche or a set type of content. This is the best way to grow. This is what I teach people when I do my own consulting for YouTube. If you're gonna make a channel, you wanna keep making the same types of videos because you want YouTube to know what your channel is, what it's about, and serve it to the right people. It's not serving it to your community, it's serving to a mass audience that might like your niche. This is good for a number of reasons because you can really hone in on a niche and build a community around that. But it's not good because it doesn't allow creators very much flexibility. So in the past, I was able to make a tutorial video. I was able to make a video about my life, and I was able to make really anything I wanted, and my subscribers would see it, and because they liked what I created, they could join along and enjoy the fun. That doesn't work so much anymore. Now, if I make a personal video that's not video production based or tutorial based, the video gets no views. It really doesn't do anything. And that shouldn't matter, except that that competitive guy inside of me who wants to get views and wants to keep growing gets a little bummed out by that. And it can be demoralizing and make me feel like, what am I trying to create here? The tutorials I love and will always create, but the personal videos, the videos about my life. Now I have 2 beautiful twin daughters who were just born 2 months ago. I want to document them. I want to make memories and film them so we can look back at those for years to come. And I want to share that with my community and see what people have to say and share these moments with the crowd. There's really not an opportunity to do that unless you branch out and make a new channel that fits, more personal life versus tutorials. So when I say that I'm feeling lost at 100,000 subscribers, this is what I mean. I don't know what the future of the channel looks like. Yes, I'll continue to create tutorials and talk video production, but I might want to talk about my personal life too. And really that's more for me, so I can look back and remember these moments. Like I said, it's those personal videos and personal story videos that I look back on most when I go through my content and try to recollect on videos I've made in the past. The tutorials have their own place, but I'm not really watching those back myself. I wonder if a lot of YouTubers are feeling this day and age. The golden era of YouTube, when your channel and your subscribers and the community you built mattered, feels like it's over. And this new era of algorithm-based, niche-specific channels has taken over. As a consultant on YouTube, I'll tell people, hey, listen, if you want to make different styles, they used to say that you are the niche. What you create is what makes it you. It doesn't actually really work for YouTube growth. You kind of need different channels for different things. I, for example, have a gaming channel where I do video game content, and I keep all of that content exclusive to that channel, and it performs really well. But I keep all of my video production content on this channel. So this is kind of my rant and my talk about the state of YouTube. I don't think it's a bad thing. I think YouTube is serving you up the content you want to see, but I think we're losing a little bit of that community. We're losing out on subscribers. They don't really mean much anymore. I mean, 100,000 subscribers is incredible, but are any of those subscribers seeing my videos? I'm not sure. If you are subscribed to the channel and you're seeing this, leave a comment down below and let me know that you're here as a subscriber watching the videos. I miss that sense of community, and I want to see more of that moving forward. And I want to share more personal stories moving forward. Yeah, I'm feeling a little lost. I don't know where the channel's gonna go, but I couldn't be happier that we've hit this incredible milestone that I've put so many hours into for 10+ years. This plaque means a lot, but not as much as feeling connected to those of you on the other side of the screen. So just know that if you're feeling a little lost with the current state of YouTube, you're not alone.